KFC sells 11 pieces of chicken every second in America. But walk into one today, and you'll see something disturbing. Empty tables, flickering lights, a restaurant that feels abandoned while it's still open. The company that invented fast food chicken is dying in the country that made it famous. And the reason why will change how you see every brand you trust. 1952. A 62-year-old man named Harlan Sanders just lost everything. The new interstate highway bypassed his town. His restaurant went under. He was broke, sleeping in his car. Most men his age would give up. Sanders did the opposite. He drove across America with a pressure cooker in his trunk. He'd walk into restaurants and cook his chicken for the owner. Then he'd ask them to buy his recipe. He heard no over 1,000 times, rejection after rejection, door after door. Then someone finally said yes. 15 years later, KFC had 600 locations. Sanders became more than a businessman. He became an icon. The white suit, the string tie, the walking cane. That face was everywhere. Children recognized him like Santa Claus. Americans didn't just buy his chicken. They trusted the man behind it. And that trust built an empire. By the 1970s, KFC was the fourth largest restaurant chain in America. The red and white bucket wasn't just packaging. It was a symbol. Families grabbed it for Sunday dinner, baseball games, beach trips, birthday parties. It meant something specific, reliable comfort you could afford. The original recipe wasn't marketing hype. People genuinely believed those 11 herbs and spices were special. Grandmothers had their theories. Food critics wrote articles. The recipe became American folklore. KFC didn't just dominate fried chicken, it owned it. The way Kleenex owned tissue. The way Xerox owned copies. KFC was the category. Then something strange happened. Something that reveals the entire story. KFC kept exploding overseas while quietly dying at home. Today, China has over 5,000 KFC locations. Lines wrap around buildings. Menu items sell out in hours. Customers treat it like premium dining. Meanwhile, America has 4,300 locations. Declining traffic, falling revenue, empty parking lots. The exact same brand. Two completely opposite realities. How does that happen? The first crack appeared in the 1980s, but nobody noticed it yet. Hoobline bought KFC from Sanders in 1971. Then R.J. Reynolds bought Hoobline. Then PepsiCo bought Reynolds' restaurant division. 3 owners in 15 years. Each one wanted faster profits. Each one pushed harder. Franchisees got squeezed, cut costs, speed things up, move more product. Quality started slipping. The chicken got greasier, crispiness went away, service got slower, ruder. The stores stopped getting maintained. Paint chipped, booths ripped. Nobody seemed to care anymore. Customers noticed. But here's what they didn't see. The real problem wasn't the chicken. It was something far more dangerous. While KFC drifted without direction, 2 competitors were watching. Studying, waiting. Chick-fil-A made one choice that changed everything. They built their entire identity around a single perfect product, the chicken sandwich. That's it. No confusion, no complexity, just obsessive focus on one thing done brilliantly. Popeyes went the opposite direction. Bold Louisiana spices, unapologetic flavor, attitude in every bite. Both brands stood for something clear, something specific. Something worth choosing. KFC stood for nothing. It was just there. A faded sign you passed on the highway. The bucket your parents used to buy. A memory, not a destination. And nostalgia doesn't pay the rent. 2006, KFC panicked. They launched grilled chicken, then healthy options, then boneless wings, chicken littles, snackers, popcorn nuggets, famous bowls, Go Cups. A new product every few months. The menu exploded into chaos. 40 items, 50 items, nothing landed, nothing stuck. But here's what nobody asked. Why were they doing this? They were asking the wrong question entirely. They kept asking, what should we sell next? The real question was staring them in the face. Why should anyone care about KFC anymore? Chick-fil-A answered that question with hospitality so extreme it became legendary. My pleasure, 2 napkins per sandwich, eye contact. Employees who actually smile. Popeyes answered it with flavor so aggressive it slapped you awake. That Louisiana crunch. That spice. That attitude. KFC answered with a bucket of chicken you could get from a grocery store for less money. The bucket that once symbolized American abundance now symbolized something else. Cheapness, decline, irrelevance. Walk into a KFC in Ohio, or Texas, or anywhere in America's heartland. You'll feel it immediately. Torn vinyl booths, grease-stained walls, employees who won't make eye contact. It feels like a place that died years ago but forgot to close. Then in 2015, KFC released a commercial that accidentally revealed everything. A young man asks his girlfriend's father for permission to marry her. The father agrees, but only if the boyfriend brings him a $10 fill-up from KFC. The ad tried to be heartwarming. It was actually devastating, because it showed exactly what KFC had become. Transactional, cheap, forgettable. The brand had turned marriage, the most important commitment in life, into a $10 bucket promotion. It wasn't about the experience anymore. It wasn't about the food. It wasn't even about the chicken. It was about filling a bucket as cheaply as possible. That's not a brand. That's a commodity you tolerate when nothing better is open. Now look at what KFC did in China. Completely different approach. They studied Chinese tastes. They localized everything. Congee and fried dough for breakfast. Egg tarts. Sichuan spicy chicken. Peking duck burgers. They made KFC feel modern. Premium. Aspirational. A Western brand with status. Chinese customers see KFC as special occasion dining. American customers see it as the option below gas station chicken. Same logo, same kernel, opposite meaning. One market thinks KFC is moving up, the other knows it's sliding down. But the real turning point, the moment that sealed KFC's fate, came in 2016. Popeyes launched a chicken sandwich. Not a campaign. A cultural phenomenon. Twitter exploded. Lines formed for hours. People got into actual fistfights over a sandwich. It became a meme, a movement, a moment. The entire country was talking about it. KFC tried to respond 4 years later in 2020. They launched their own sandwich. It was fine. Decent even. Nobody cared. Not even a little. Because by then, KFC had lost the one thing you cannot buy back with any amount of advertising. Relevance. The numbers don't lie. From 2012 to 2022, KFC closed over 400 American locations. Revenue per store dropped year after year. Customer satisfaction scores fell below every single major competitor. Chick-fil-A generates 4 times the revenue per location compared to KFC. 4 times. With a simpler menu, simpler operations, and customers who actually love the brand. KFC isn't just losing the chicken wars, it's being erased from American consciousness. So why is KFC dying in its home country? It's not the recipe. Colonel Sanders' 11 herbs and spices are still the same. It's not the competition. Competition always existed. It's not even the ownership musical chairs. Plenty of brands survive acquisitions. The real answer is simpler and more brutal. KFC stopped standing for anything. It became a ghost brand. Physically present, but culturally invisible. You can buy it, but you don't want to. The bucket still exists on shelves and in restaurants. But the meaning inside that bucket evaporated. Americans don't hate KFC, they just don't think about it. And in a world where attention is the only currency that matters, being forgotten is the same as being dead. Today, KFC generates over $30 billion in global revenue. 90% of it comes from outside America, Asia, Africa, the Middle East. In those markets, KFC still represents something. Progress, Western culture, quality. In America, it represents the opposite. Decline, neglect, a brand your grandparents remember. The king didn't fall because of one catastrophic mistake. The king fell because it stopped caring what the crown meant. Here's what KFC teaches us. Brand strength is never about legacy. It's about meaning. The second you stop giving people a reason to choose you, they won't. Nostalgia buys you time. But time runs out. Relevance is earned daily or it dies. KFC thought the bucket would carry them forever. That Sanders' face would always matter. That being first meant being permanent. It didn't. None of it did. Because people don't buy chicken. They never did. They buy what the chicken represents. Status, comfort, trust, excitement, identity. And when that representation dies, everything else dies with it. The product doesn't matter if the meaning is gone. If you want to understand why dominant companies collapse, subscribe. We break down the hidden patterns behind the biggest failures in business. Next time, we're examining another American giant that lost everything by forgetting what made them matter. You won't want to miss it.